Global electric car sales have hit a staggering 10.7 million in 2025. Sales in Europe are skyrocketing. Sales in China are growing as well. And I'm broadcasting from Bangladesh. Where not a lot of electric cars are sold here in Bangladesh, but I can tell you now, I've seen thousands and thousands and thousands of tuk-tuks and bicycles that are used to transport people with electric motors. In fact, they call them the Teslas of Bangladesh. Hey guys, we are here in Bangladesh in a tuk-tuk. This one is electric. Most of them here in Bangladesh are actually electric, which is pretty cool, I think. They actually call them Teslas, yeah? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. I'm kind of laughing because it's funny. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about? You're in Bangladesh. And honestly, yeah, behind me, that is Bangladesh. And that's not a fake image. That's my hotel room. So I'm just here for a couple of days this week. And I've got to tell you, I highly recommend coming here. The food, really good food. But ultimately, I think sometimes when you can travel to places where people are less fortunate than you, it gives you this kind of appreciation for what you have. Appreciation for what many of us, most of you who watch this channel, we are truly incredibly lucky to be born, me to be born in Australia, you to be born wherever you are, but most of you are from the West. So it gives you that perspective on really how grateful we should be for what we have. Global EV sales are still growing. 1.6 million EVs were sold in July of 2025. That's according to data from research firm Rowmotion. And it's an increase of 21% from July of last year. Sales are down from about 9% from June, but still 21% growth. I'm sure the media will try and say sales are down 9%. The truth is they're up 21% versus the same exact month last year. Now, this means that EV sales for the first 7 months of the year have hit 10.7 million. That's growth of 27% compared to the first 7 months of 2024. So officially, electric car sales this year worldwide have grown by 27%. However, if we remove the United States from this equation, and Australia, but the United States are obviously a much bigger car market than Australia, but if we remove the United States from this, EV sales worldwide have actually grown by closer to 40%. China is still dominating. 6.5 million electric cars, in other words, around 60% of all EVs sold this year were sold in China. EVs are still the top choice for vehicle sales. And EV sales in China are up 40%. However, plug-in hybrid sales are actually down 15%. And that means that they're actually down 10% year over year. So plug-in hybrids are losing favor with a lot of people worldwide. People are saying, well, why bother with a plug-in hybrid? I don't really need it. Just get a fully electric car. And I personally, in most instances, think that's the logical decision to make. Chinese EV sales dropped 13% in July from June. However, EVs made up around 55% of all passenger car sales for the third month in a row. The government is helping to push momentum with another round of Q3 funding for its EV trade-in scheme, and a final 2025 round is expected in October, says Electric. Now, what is this EV funding scheme? Well, the idea is you bring in your old gasoline-powered vehicle, and there's obviously many millions of those in China. You bring that in, you trade it in, the Chinese government will probably scrap it. I believe that's what they're doing, scrapping them, getting rid of them, and then getting people into an electric car, which is a great decision. Europe's EV sales are growing significantly, even faster than China. In fact, Europe saw a 30% year-to-date jump in EV sales, hitting 2.3 million sales. Germany and the UK are leading. And Germany was doing quite badly for a while there this year, but things have drastically changed. Germany grew 43% and the UK up 32%. France, only 9% growth year over year. So France is down 11%. France is really letting down Europe. If you're in France watching the channel, please Share this video with your friends from France and encourage them to buy an electric car. Tell them, mate, I've got one and it's so much better than an internal combustion car. To help turn things around, France is revamping its EV leasing program for low-income households, aiming to support more than 50,000 purchases. Now, Italy is doing really well. Thanks to new incentives, totaling around $700 million, EV sales have grown a staggering 40%, and the country is quickly catching up to its neighbors in Europe. EV market share in Italy is now at 11%, compared to 27% in Germany and around 30% in the United Kingdom. So what about North America? I mean, I said North America was, letting the team down, and it's true. I mean, we can't really avoid the fact that North America, the sales are only up 2%, which to me is shocking. You guys in the United States, you know the EV incentives, $7,500 are going to end soon. You know you can get an amazing car using these EV incentives. There are great EVs in the United States that are priced really well. I'm afraid I'm starting to sound like Trump here, but I know Trump doesn't really like EVs, so at least I've got that going for me. But anyway, the point is, if you're in the United States, guys, please take advantage of the incentives. They're going to end at the end of September. In the US, I mean, I think a lot of people are hearing a lot of negativity from the Trump and the Trump administration about EVs, and I think it's discouraging people from buying them. Automakers took a multi-billion-dollar hit in Q2, and as a result, to be honest, things aren't looking great. Here's the thing though, globally EV sales are still skyrocketing. In fact, if you look at all markets outside of Europe, the US, and China, sales are actually up around 40% for EVs this year. 40% growth, which is a staggering contrast to the United States. And I feel like the United States is really being left behind. It's almost like those agrarian farming days moving to the Industrial Revolution, sort of like the US is saying, no, we don't really want to be part of the Industrial Revolution. We'll stay back in the agrarian days. I don't know, guys. What are your thoughts? Either way here, these numbers are actually really good. Basically 30% growth this year for electric cars. If you're hearing the media say EV sales are stalling, you know they're just making it up. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, we are here in Bangladesh in a tuk-tuk. This one is electric. Most of them here in Bangladesh are actually electric, which is pretty cool, I think. They actually call them Teslas, yeah? In Bangladesh, trying out some street food. I don't know what this is. Potato? Potato?
No, pulse.
Oh,
Yeah.
how much?
10 for everything.
$10.
Yeah, $10 for everything.
US dollars?
Oh no. $1 for everything.
$1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's a good deal for $1.
Yeah.
$1, good deal.
Yeah.
Australia. Hey guys, here in Bangladesh with Hussein and his family, and they've made lots of, this is Hussein's sister, they've made lots of traditional Bangladesh dish with beef and potato, and it was delicious. Had it again last night, sort of a similar sort of thing, something a little different, but had mutton last night, that was really good. The food here in Bangladesh is amazing. We have fried, a special type of fish. You're saying, what fish is that called?
Hilcha fish.
Hilcha fish.
Yeah.
That's a famous fish of Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have chicken, what's the chicken called?
It's called chicken korma.
Chicken korma.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have, what's this called again?
Beef.
Beef what?
Beef curry.
Beef curry.
Yeah.
Here in Bangladesh, and I have purchased a cola, limited lime cola. It's from Afghanistan. Pamir. I thought this must have been a Bangladesh cola, so Afghanistan, I'm drinking a drink from Afghanistan in Bangladesh. Let's see how it is. Alright. Very sharp. Actually pretty good. Doesn't really taste like cola, but it's good.
He's playing the Friday game. See?
Yeah.
Because there is no
There's
space
a lot of them.
left. Yeah. There is no space left in the mosque, that's why.
Hey guys, sponsored Toyota video here. Driving a Toyota hybrid. And I'm in Bangladesh and it's night time. So this is my first ever drive in Bangladesh. Have to admit, I'm a little nervous after being in this car for the last few days and seeing how crazy the traffic is here. It's an electric one. Looks like a nice new shiny electric motor on the back of that. Pretty sure. Okay, we're about to hit a really busy road. There is buses that will crunch you, apparently. Alright, here we go. Buses here have major damage because they just bulldoze their way through. And you've got to get out of their way, otherwise you're going to be toast. Here's some motorbike riders here on the left. I don't know what they're doing.
Pushing one another.
Pushing one, one's pushing the other.
because the one is not working.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so now this is surprisingly good traffic, but I don't know if we can get through there. Let's see. I gotta wait for the bus.
Turn left onto the ramp to Dhaka Elevated Expressway.
You see the ramp?
No, that's here then.
Yeah.
See if the motorbike rider doesn't try and hit us from behind. Look at that, they do. They're crazy. Well, it's been very interesting being in Bangladesh. I've been to quite a few different countries. I've been lucky enough to travel to quite a few countries, but Bangladesh is very unique. I love the Tesla tuk-tuks. They're great. I think they say that some people they still ride the bicycles while they're pulling people along, and you can see them really struggling. What they do is they hire them every day. To hire the electric bicycle where you pull someone along and you're basically the taxi. They're really good, but you do have to rent them every day. So for them to pay it off, their rent. So you really want to hope you get work, right? Otherwise you might have to pay for the tuk-tuk, the rental yourself. Now I've also been reading about when Bangladesh became a country in 1971. Which is really interesting, reading about I'm not laughing about the war, but about what happened with Pakistan and Bangladesh, and I'm just fascinated by that history of how the country came to be. So we're on the way to get some food before we get to the airport. I'm hungry and I'm definitely ready to eat something. Okay, we're in Bailey Road. This is a popular place for eating food, buying clothes in Bangladesh. Got no idea what I'm eating, guys, but let's give it a shot. I don't think I've ever eaten anything just like this ever before. It's sort of crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, but it's also sweet and spicy. Yeah, very. Is this a unique? I'm guessing it's a unique Bangladeshi dish. Would that be right?